Welcome back. Thank you so much. Do you feel the love right there they have for you?
Yeah.
I have it as well.
Gorgeous. Oh my God.
Welcome. And thank you. Welcome and thank you for doing this.
Kind.
Thank you for being here. Thank you for doing this, but also thank you for doing what we did this afternoon.
Yeah, that was amazing.
For those college
that
students.
Was fun.
Was that
I didn't expect it to be that.
You were the best.
Yeah.
You didn't think it was gonna be that crazy?
No, I seriously didn't.
They had no idea.
What if they hated us?
That's true.
Yeah.
Wait, when did you know for a second that it might work?
When they started screaming for you, actually. When you went out first.
If they like you, then they're gonna like me. Yeah. That makes sense. That makes sense. I appreciate you. You've been on our show. You've performed music.
I have, yeah.
We've actually. I feel like you've been on our show thousands of times because we're constantly using your music.
Oh,
so thank you for letting us do that.
Well, thank you. Appreciate it.
One of the first times we used one of your songs is from 2015. And your song was featured in a lip sync battle. Mm-hmm. Okay, let's take a look at this.
Right. It is by the enormously talented The Weeknd, and it's entitled Can't Feel My Face.
We both know we can't go without it. She told me you'll never be alone. I can't feel my face when I'm with you. But I love it. But I love it.
Come on, dude. How cool is that?
Yeah.
Now, did you end up seeing that? Did you?
Oh, I saw it. I definitely saw that. It helped. Actually helped the song.
It did?
Yeah, it like helped the peak to like the record-breaking top. I mean, thanks to him, obviously. But
thanks to Tom Cruise.
To the biggest movie star in the world.
Have you ever met Tom Cruise?
Never met him. No, I'm a huge Tom Cruise guy, though.
Yeah, me too.
Love Color of Money.
Yes.
Love Vanilla Sky.
Oh, Rain Man.
Love Rain Man, Eyes Wide Shut, Magnolia.
Stop it.
And
Risky Business? Top Gun?
Mission Impossible.
Mission Impossible, absolutely.
Yeah.
Does Tom know that you're a fan?
I don't think he does, but he did that. He did that for me. That was like wasn't a favor. I didn't know.
No, you don't know him.
So I thought that maybe to return the favor, I'd promote a little bit of Mission Impossible. I think that could be.
Just to be. Okay.
I wrote a little something for.
Just to be clear, you have nothing to do with this movie at all, do you?
No, I have nothing to do with this movie, but I'd love to just put a little bit of.
Okay.
So yeah. Get ready for the ultimate showdown in Mission Impossible, The Final Reckoning, where super spy Ethan Hunt faces his most dangerous mission yet. With the fate of the world hanging in the balance, Tom Cruise's legendary super spy, Ethan Hunt, has by now made both their names synonymous with achieving the unimaginable.
That's a long intro.
But in The Final Reckoning, an 8th entry to the franchise, that is a jaw-dropping, satisfying arc to a now 30-year story.
Wow.
The pair of them are facing their most dangerous and narratively complex challenge. Check this movie out only in theaters, Dolby Cinema, 4DX, ScreenX, premium large formats, and IMAX on May 23rd.
Respect.
I got you.
Respect.
I got you for Tom, man.
Respect for Tom. You gotta give it up. Come on.
Yeah.
Let's get back to talking a little bit about you, please.
Thank you.
I
got a movie too coming up.
Yes, you do. It's out tomorrow. Hurry up tomorrow.
Yeah.
But let me just run through some accomplishments.
Thank you.
Just so I can say how much we love you here. But
man.
you have 27 songs with over 1 billion streams on Spotify. That's more songs. That's more songs than any artist in history.
Right.
In the history of music. You have 4 Grammy wins and an Academy Award nomination. Yeah, that's you. Blinding Lights is the single most streamed song of all time on Spotify, almost 5 billion streams. Talk to me, because I've known you for a while.
Yeah.
What does it feel like, bud?
Yeah, you met me at a.
This is why you don't do talk shows.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly how I don't do talk shows.
No,
yeah.
I did.
I did one of my first
appearances ever.
Actually, Quest, OG, he's one of the first people to co-sign House of Balloons. I got to shout out Questlove.
Really?
Yeah. So.
Does it feel odd if I'm rattling off those numbers and I'm talking about
It's
you?
a little odd, yeah, it's a little odd.
I will say you haven't changed. You're actually the nicest guy and the coolest guy, and I appreciate that. You're staying humble and dealing with all this fame. You're awesome, buddy. But when were you first starting out? What were your goals? You're like, I'm going to be the biggest star, and I'm going to have more streams. And
No, I think I just wanted to quit my job. Yeah, get off the street and quit my job.
Where were you working?
I was working at American Apparel.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What were you doing
like
there?
19. I was trying to fold clothes. Yeah. It's interesting because the guy who, my boss, is actually one of my creative directors. He does all my typography for my albums now. But at the time, nobody knew what I looked like because I was, I didn't show my face.
Yeah.
Just my music was out, and I had like a little bit of local clout. The
just had
songs.
your-
People started playing it. People working at American Apparel started playing the music.
And it was your music.
And that was like the validation I needed. I'm like, I'm quitting this job, and that's my full-time
They
life.
were like, yo, Abel, you ever heard this dude? Check this out. And you're like,
Yeah, right.
yeah, it sounds familiar. Yeah. The guy's got a great voice.
Yeah. So yeah.
He's folding shirts at American Apparel. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
When did you realize that you had a great voice?
Well, I used to get penalized as a kid for singing in class too much.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I didn't think I had a good voice for a while until a close friend of mine told me that, I had an okay voice. I was singing in the hallway, and he's like, you should try out Canadian Idol. And I was like, oh, okay, well, that's the validation I need for that. So I dropped out of high school, and
went for it.
and then I wouldn't shut the I mean,
No, you can't. That. We'll edit all of this out. Once you go back behind the curtain, I'll reintroduce you.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, no problem.
Sorry.
Let's talk about your album. Let's talk about your movie. Hurry Up Tomorrow. Tell you something. This is so impressive. This track listing, this album it's 70 or 84 minutes.
It's long, yeah.
That's for any artist. That's probably like 5 albums, and they're like, my career's done.
Yeah.
You put it in one album.
Yeah, no, my albums aren't usually that long. It's just this one it's a part of a trilogy. It's After Hours, Dawn FM, and then Hurry Up Tomorrow is like the final chapter to this trilogy. And I'm a fan of epic sagas, so I want to give my fans a full meal.
All of your
Peter Jackson and George Lucas, and I wanted to give them like my own.
That's your trilogy. You always had an idea for 3 albums that have stories.
Well, the first one, House of Balloons, Thursday, and Echoes of Silence was a trilogy. So I thought if I'm gonna close out this, thank you.
Not bad.
Some fans.
They know it. But all of your stuff has been very cinematic, and you have a great eye. And your music videos are kind of like films, and so I think this is brilliant that you actually are putting a film out.
Yeah.
And exciting. You had a big
It was
premiere.
actually the film. I made the film first. I always had the idea for the album, but the film came first. And then
But you sing in the film.
I do sing in the film. I had to sing in the film, but my album wasn't done yet, so I had to finish songs like day before scenes. Like the last scene I'm singing, and I had to finish the lyrics and the melody the day before I had to shoot it. Yeah.
Do you like, all right, and actually like,
No, yeah. And it's a cappella, and I have to. I'm singing.
you wrote it that day?
Yeah, the day before. Yeah.
Was that nerve-wracking?
Yeah.
Thank you for being honest. Yeah. How much is the character based on you?
So it's loosely based on an incident that happened to me a few years back.
Talk about this, because this is kind of insane.
So
What
at
is
SoFi
going on?
in Los Angeles, I had lost my voice. I put a lot of self-imposed pressure on myself, and I lost my voice in front of like 80,000 people, and I slowly figured out that it wasn't a physical injury. It was more of like a psychological thing going on, and I had to like sit back and figure it out. And usually when something traumatizing happens to me, music's always kind of been my therapy. This time I wanted my fans to visualize what was happening. And so this album and this film is like it's a love letter to them. Yeah.
Good for you for taking that pain and making it into art.
Yeah, I tried.
It's great.
That's all I got.
You do.
Yeah, that's all I
Show
got.
people how to do it.
Yeah.
But in this movie, I don't think you're like this before the show.
No, we amped up everything in the film, obviously.
Yeah.
The only real thing that happened in the film is a vocal injury.
Can we say what the film's about? We should set it up.
Yeah. So it's about somebody who's goes on a dark path after he injures himself and finds a stranger that helps him face himself. And it's a really psychological, really Jungian, Lynchian, and it gets really, it's an experience. It just grabs you and doesn't let go until the end.
It's fantastic.
Yeah. That's my movie, by the way, not Tom Cruise's movie. That's my
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, let me describe. Hurry up tomorrow. Get ready for the ultimate showdown. Hurry up tomorrow. It is phenomenal, and I will say, by the way, you were so cool.
Thank you.
Today, we were doing this thing, and honestly,
It was amazing. Yeah,
we
it was
came
so
up with this last night,
yeah.
and we came in today, and we went to this university, and we're in this tiny room backstage, and I was like, I'm so nervous. I'm like, I'm freaking out, and you go, oh, it'll be fine.
Like I said, I saw how they reacted to you, and then I felt
You hit a home run, buddy. You're the best. I want to show everyone a clip.
Thank you.
Here's The Weeknd in Hurry Up Tomorrow. Take a look at this.
Oh, you all right? You good? You good? You okay? You good? You good? Come on, open the door, bro. Don't do that. Hey, I can't. Bro, open the door, please. Open the door.
I told you.
I know, it's my fault. It's my fault. I know.
But I told you.
I'm sorry. I'm
You.
sorry, okay? Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, bro, come here, bro. Oh, get off me. That's my brother. That's my brother. That's my brother.
Talk to me, Bobby.
Woo! The Weeknd! His album Hurry Up Tomorrow is out now. And check out Hurry Up Tomorrow, the movie, in theaters Friday. We'll be right back. Standing O, stick around.